like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of G.O.W, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, truly the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the G.O.W's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, he got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Code in the building. Bro, Ham, what's good?
Man, what's good, man? It's the late night G.O.W. after dark block party, baby, with your boys, man. Where it's gonna get rowdy, man, because this man over here has been drinking up the Terramana. And yeah, Leo, you right, we here. And we got the Dark Order coming out right now for their match. Bro, what's good with you, man? What's good with the people, man, on this Friday night, man?
Man, you know, like you said, in the words of the legend Beyonce, I've been drinking. Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And guess what, man? We here to shoot from the hip. And
what? Oh,
sorry.
There
we go.
I'm about to say, what happened?
Tuning
As
in.
we got Masscaster coming out. Thank you.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you. Sorry, my reflexes are slightly delayed. I see we got a comment. Leo, don't be making fun of me already. Yep, he making fun of me. All right. All right, as we got the Acclaim coming out, bro. Hey, look, you know, second show of the week, last show of the week, Friday night block party. It's a late one, 11 o'clock EST. Talk to the people, man. What's your thoughts so far?
Not a bad show. It's okay. Right now, sorry, I was listening to Masscaster, do his thing. Right now, as we got the Acclaim coming out to defend those trios championship against the Dark Order. Right now, man, not a bad show, man. It was a kind of it was definitely a little star-studded, I guess you could say. It was a lot of people, a lot of multi-man matches. We got a lot of setup for Wrestle Dream. So, not a bad show. Not a bad show. It was okay.
Absolutely. It's like you said right now, we got Max Caster, we got Anthony Bones, we got Daddy Ass Still, and we need to get one of them two of them scissor belts, you feel me? Yeah.
I heard to watch out for Santana's match, heard it was something good. Well, hey, if it was, I want to see it because he's supposed to be in action after this, so we'll see.
Absolutely. And as always, man, we're going to run through Friday Night Smackdown and we're going to catch up to this right here. AEW's, we still got about a little shy of under an hour left. Bro, if you ready, I'm ready. Let's talk to the people.
Man, well, go ahead, man. Do your thing, man.
Absolutely. And might I say, I like the white and the gold G.O.W, the old school throwback ski. I like it. You go what you're putting down.
Yeah, you know how we got to do, man. Sometimes you got to go with the classic, baby.
Yeah, yes, sir. The G.O.W original. All right, so look, man. We started off the night. We had that boy, man, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, John Cena. He came out. He hyped up the crowd. He announced that AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, will be his tag team partner. Out comes Uso and Solo Sikoa. They retreated. We meet up with them again later on in the night. First match of the night, we got the LWO versus the Street Profits, man. The LWO ended up picking up the victory after Angelo Dawkins ended up hesitating after the interference from, of course, that one Bobby Lashley. Afterwards, we have them meeting up backstage. My boy Lashley said, hey, man, look, give me the suits back. Give me the glasses back. Hey, if y'all ain't going to pull the trigger, if y'all ain't going to do what y'all going to do, how y'all need to do it, I can go find somebody else. Bruh. Where do we see this going with the Street Profits? I mean, obviously, I don't think we're breaking them up. But do you think now, man, this is going to be the start of just a more aggressive, like, full-fledged heel moving forward?
Yeah, most definitely, man, because this is what they needed. Because it's been lavish for the last few weeks. Bobby's been whining and dining them. He's been showing them the good life. He's been showing them what's good with everything. And they've been having fun jumping people and, having a little shenanigans here and there, but when it comes to them, like he say, pulling the trigger and doing what's needed to win, hey, you don't need none of this stuff, man. If you ain't ready for it, if you don't deserve it, you don't feel like you can do it and you don't deserve it. And if you don't deserve it, you need to give it up. I need to find somebody else. So it's just motivation for them to be like, all right, because they want it. They don't want to give it back. And they ain't, They respect what he's saying. Because it's like, bro, he's right. He's been showing, he's been doing nothing but been very gracious with you, been showing you what it could be, what you can have, what you can do. So, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, yeah, nah, I'm good with it, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, look, I'm loving it. I'm loving this version of Bobby
Yeah,
Lashley. I'm loving this version of the Street Profits. I'm loving what we got
yeah,
coming up, man.
yeah.
And we're not rushing into it. I'm
Nah,
being a little anxious because I know what the Street Profits are, and I know what they were, and I know what they could be. So I'm a little anxious because I kind of want to speed it up a little bit, but I respect the process because we complain a lot about WWE not really taking the time with storylines. So with this one, we just gonna let it simmer. You know, we know what it is, like you say. They didn't already seen the promised land. They already know what it could be. They've seen the finer things of what it's like. Now we just got to capitalize on it, and that's what Bobby the OG is there for.
yeah,
All
most
right.
definitely, most definitely.
So we got that. We got a recap of The Rock's return to SmackDown last week with a record-setting 10 million views in 24 hours. Crazy. We got Kimberly in the building. Kim, what's good,
What's
baby?
up, Kimberly? On the
Yeah,
late night.
yeah. I'm
Oh,
gonna
we
say,
got people flowing in with the G.O.W.
come
after dark.
on,
Hey, man, you got to add that to the bottom line, man. We got the G.O.W. after dark. The
GOW after
G.O.W.
dark.
after dark presents the Friday night block party, man. We got to change that up.
You know what? If you give me 1 second, once I run through this real quick, I got you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
We
That's
gonna
fine.
flip.
We
Gonna
just
flip
got to
that.
make it proper, man. You know, it's proper, man. We on late night with the people, man. Let's go.
Hey, the Generation Wrestling Podcast presents GOW After Dark. I
After
got
dark,
you.
baby.
Oh, you know
We
what?
after dark, baby. We late night, and
Hey, hey, hey,
we grown in the night.
when this baby hit the YouTube routine, man, that shit gonna say GOW After Dark.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
let's go. Let's go. Let's
Hey,
go.
bro. Look. I'm extra hype right now because normally I get sleepy when I'm sipping on the good old tiramisu, but not
Yeah.
today. When you go through 3/4 of a bottle less than 24, you ready for anything. What Leo say?
Leo says, man, is it just me or is WWE starting to get stale again? Seems to be the same acts over and over again with the same feuds, nothing fresh. I mean, well, the fresh thing was, you know what? I want to talk about something. I know we're going to get to it soon. So, Leo, this kind of goes to it. You got Cena involved in Bloodline stuff. That was 2021 stuff. Come on. 20, 21 and 22.
Yeah,
The one new kind of thing was something that I hinted on a while back. I
yeah,
said I didn't think it would be a good look for Grayson Waller and Austin Theory to be on the same show because I felt like they were kind of similar, even though they look kind of different, and they kind of, they talk different and they kind of move different, but they kind of feel
yeah,
similar. Seeing them come out and work as a tag team, I'm not 100% on it, but I'm definitely feeling it a little bit like maybe that could work. Maybe them two as a tag team, wreaking havoc. The way that they are, man, because they are definitely the new generation of what today is. All about the Instagram, all about the likes, all about all about that. So
yeah,
them as a team working together, I can kind of see that. That could be really beneficiary for both of them. Austin Theory's kind of already had his little singles run.
yeah,
It's kind of gotten stale, so he needs something to do. This gives Grayson Waller something more to do. So when eventually he's ready to turn on Austin Theory, or Theory turns on him, whichever one comes first, you got that going down. But you're not totally wrong though, Leo. Right now, I think because we know Roman Reigns ain't there, and so you gotta put something else on. So the timing of John Cena not having anything to do right now, yeah, it's great timing because Roman can take this time off, so you kind of still have a marquee person, but
yeah,
you're missing your franchise title. Let's be real, man. Seeing Seth being the world heavyweight champion is cool. That's fine. I have no problem with that because we know what kind of matches we're gonna get out of him and who he faces. But Roman Reigns is your franchise. He's your main champion, and he's not on another pay-per-view. And that's basically what it comes down to. So now you're giving us John Cena, uh, and teaming up with AJ Styles or whatever, and it's like it's something new, but it's something old. They just found something else to do. The Cody, then Leo says, Kimberly said, no, I'm sorry. Kimberly said, yeah, it wasn't totally awesome, but way better than what I was expecting. Then Leo says the Cody, Sammy, Owens versus Judgment Day stuff we have seen 1,000 times of iterations and combinations of those two teams against each other. We have. Now, again, you're right. We have. So that's why I say there's some new stuff, but there is some stuff that they're just playing over and over. But it's right now. Well, obviously, right now you see with everything going on, which we got to talk about that. All the people they letting go. Really, it's starting to look like slim pickings as far as who they have faith in, as far as
Yes,
pushing to make things look legit. Because who else Judgment Day gonna fight? That's
man.
like who else is Judgment Day? Who else is they gonna fight, man? And yeah, Riddle's gone too. So that's one more top name gone. So now Drew can finally go on his singles run and turn heel or whatever the hell he's
Hey,
about
hey,
to do.
hey, to be fair, Drew wasn't trying to do that tag team
He
shit
wasn't
though.
trying to do that tag team thing anyway, but now he really like, all right, cool, bump it.
Yeah,
But yeah, so it is starting to feel stale, man, because you knew once the sale took place and Vince had stepped down, he stepped back into control, creative control. He's back at
yeah,
the table. I don't care what nobody's saying. This is not a Triple H show necessarily. Like it's still like he's trying to maintain what he can, but obviously final decisions on what's going to be presented and who's going to be out there is going to come down to Vince. So yeah, man, this is yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
what the funny thing about Vince is it seems like the more things change, the more they stay the same. Is once again, Vincent Kennedy McMahon is under investigation again uh, for his business dealings as far as the sale with Endeavor. Right now, the whole thing is they're feeling like the only reason he sold Endeavor was in order to get back into power. That was the whole caveat for him stepping down in the first place. And now that the sale went through and he's back into a position of power, he's getting looked at, man, and a whole bunch of other business dealings he's got going on. So again, Vince McMahon once again is under the microscope. But let's be real. I'm gonna be 100 with you. It's Vince McMahon. Uh, real being real, I don't think anything is going to necessarily come of it. If it is, maybe a little financial slap on the wrist. But Vinnie Mac ain't going to jail. We've seen this story and people like him play out many, many times over throughout the course of history. I don't really see Vince McMahon really suffer any major legal ramifications. But that is what it is. Like you say, it definitely feels like Vince McMahon is back at the helm, even though Triple H has the title and name. It's definitely a Vince McMahon ran show.
Yeah. Kimberly says, yeah, it's like they're saying you slip up one time, there's the door. It's not even so much as that. It's not even so much as slip up. It's also you know, are you a waste of money?
Yeah,
I read pretty much how they just let Mustafa Ali go, and he's supposed to have been fighting Dominic Mysterio for the championship, for the
yeah.
North American Championship, and they just let him go. But he was making main roster money on NXT, so that's why they let him go. So it's like it's a little bit of everything. But um, Leo says WWE did get hot and was hot, but I think it's going to start to go down. It may start. It's going to start to go down, but I think I don't know, man. It depends on what. It depends on what happens, what they present. It's about who they're going to start pushing forward.
Oh,
We got to see what they do. I mean, we got to see. I don't know. We got to see.
I mean, the thing that's confusing me about WWE is Vince McMahon. It was said that when he and Ari Emanuel and Nick
Leo
Khan,
tripping. I'm sorry. I was reading the last comment. Leo just said, "I'm sorry."
they're
Leo
stupid.
tripping. Leo tripping. He said he go to jail. I'm going to the same jail. Leo, you just go. You go commit. All right, man. All
Hell
right,
no.
Leo. I don't know. I don't know. The G.O.W got bail fine bond for that one, brother. I'm just letting you know now. I just letting you know now.
It was said during the talent meeting when Vince was addressing, the sale and the reason
Right.
for the sale and all the
Right.
cuts and stuff like that. Vince McMahon said that WWE was getting stale and that they were getting stagnant, and that this sale and this unification with UFC under the Endeavor umbrella was to, pretty much revitalize WWE and the business as a whole, which a lot of people are calling bullshit because they said that, it was reported that with WWE's recent deal with Fox, that WWE has made the most money per gate, revenue, live events, pay-per-views, and all that since the Attitude Era. Like literally, statistically, on paper and financially, this has been the hottest boom in wrestling, specifically for WWE, since the Attitude Era, which is known as the hottest period in all of wrestling. So a lot of people are calling bullshit, man. It's like, bro, how are you sitting there saying that you did this sale because the company was getting stale when y'all touted all these record numbers at Backlash and all these other overseas events you guys been doing, all the Saudi deals, all the Saudi money you getting from there, all these record WrestleMania gates you just sold out WrestleMania for next year in what, less than 10 minutes you bragged about that. So it's like everything you're doing says money, 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 money. When we had the mass layoffs last year, it was all about money, 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 money. We've seen how much they made during the pandemic, during COVID. Even though they lost in the beginning, they ended up recouping 3 times over that. It's like, bro, that's why people are like, bro, we don't buy what the fuck you're saying. Because every week, y'all promoting how much y'all making, how much y'all doing this. And he said the reason you sold the company was because it was getting stale and that y'all weren't making no money. Y'all releasing people because of money. But yet y'all making the most money y'all ever made. And then this Fox deal that y'all made was the biggest deal in history up until that point. Now that deal is off the table. You guys are going to USA, and this deal is worth 4 times what Fox paid you. Broke where? Come on, bro. Broke fucking where? And then there's more. You gonna have 4 fucking premium live events, 4 events on fucking NBC in 2024. I'm talking about literally NBC. Retro wrestling. So even people who don't have cable are going to be able to watch the shit. Nostalgia type shit. Ooh, broke where? Bro, help me understand this shit. I know I got a fucking 5th grade education and I barely passed, my high school year. But thank God I passed the last OGT because shit was looking real bleak for my black ass. But god damn, I've proven with somewhat of an education and 10 years of security, you can make some type of money. Fuck. God damn. Where's the money, Cole? Where's the fucking money? Because if they broke, god damn, I am just a peon in society. Ugh. Help me.
Man, first and foremost, let me just say, man, you said that so eloquently, man. You're so eloquent in your soliloquy. I can't even speak, man. But I can't follow what you just put down, man.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I just don't
don't apologize. Don't apologize, man.
I just feel like I'm being hoodwinked right now. Like, bruh, if you want to fuck bitches and get away with it and come back into power, just say that. Just say I like pussy. Just say that shit. Don't play with me. Don't play with me and get Ari Emanuel involved in this shit and get Nick Khan. If you want to fiddle faddle some coochie and it ain't your wife, say that shit. You rich? You rich? You ain't got to cut Matt Riddle and Dolph Ziggler for some puss, some El Punano. Yeah. If you want to take a little Saudi blood money for you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You ain't got to lie to me. Hey, we grown. You ain't got to lie to kick it.
He got a lot of kicking. Well, apparently he do. Apparently Vince is lying to kick it, boy. He lied before he kick it. That's what it is. He's lying before he kick it. Bro, it's man, look, it is what it is, man. There's nothing more as we got Miss Hart, Julia Hart coming out the face, Sky Blue.
Yes, sir.
I like this. I like this for. I like this for. Bro, look, Vince did what he did. He sold the company because one, he knew once if he does get in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna say if he does get in trouble and he doesn't sell this company, that's bad for the company. The sale for the company, the sale is going to go down because it won't, because that's going to be, things like that is a negative for companies. Yeah. So even though I'm not gonna sit here and try to pretend like I'm some Wall Street. Like I said, man, we two hood dudes.
Hey,
I
hey,
feel like
we,
I'm a little smarter than a fifth grader, but but I'm good. But I'm good with everything else my man said. But I don't buy that. He did what was necessary so that the sale can go through, they can buy it, they can take over, and then whatever comes from whatever comes, it won't be on him because the company is owned by now someone else. Uh, and if he's got to step down, well, then they'll just take over, and we'll be in the era of we'll truly be out of the era of the McMahons and then to this new era of WWE where honestly, man, I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what these people are gonna do with this company.
when you talk about money, just think about how many people and how many outside entities are vested in WWE slash MMA slash TKO. His shares alone, as it stands right now, are around 3 billion. If he was to sell his whole entire stock in the company, he alone will make 3 billion. That is crazy. So no, I agree with you. I agree with you right now. I mean, sell it while it's hot because apparently the morale has gone down with the investors because I guess what they sold the company for and what they were expecting to get out the deal, the stocks had actually gone down because the investors
Mhm.
didn't get as much as they thought, which I'm like, well, bruh, how much did y'all think y'all was gonna get? Because god damn, bruh, like I know I'm poor, but this is a lot of money already. Like, how much more do y'all want? Like, that is
Yeah.
wild. And
Yeah.
some people think that's a failure.
I mean, well, it's a failure to them. That's the difference to us. We're looking at it like how Sway, how Sway, how you got the math ain't math and Sway, how is this a failure, bro? Like really, like how is this a failure? It's not no, but to them, this is a failure.
Leo is an idiot, bro.
Money's the bottom line. Even Mr. Krabs killed all the other crabs in the bikini bottom to make Krabby Patties for money. Hey man, for real. Hey man, it's shit, man. Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs, man, Vince McMahon and Mr. Krabs are one and the same.
One and the same, bro.
One and the same, bro. For real. But
Oh,
honestly, bro, that's just what it came down to, man. I don't really think there's really nothing else to really to dive into to say about it. Like what you want to get more detailed about it? Okay, sure, you can try to do that, but how much more detail can you really get about what we're seeing, man? I mean, you're asking how can you say again all the things you said? How can you say you're making this, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're bringing in this, you're bringing in that, and then you're letting all these people go? But let's be honest, you're letting people go, man, because they're not. You don't want to continue to pay people to do
yeah,
nothing. You have nothing for them. You have a creative team that is not really allowed to be creative.
yeah,
You have talent that somewhat may know a little bit and can actually, if given the opportunity, uh may actually have some interesting things to do. Not everybody
yeah.
works out, but again, it's wrestling. Some things work, some things don't. Some of the
Right, right, right.
stupidest shit that we don't think should be working
Yeah,
works. I mean,
yeah,
aka Adam Cole and MJF, man, is still on fire.
yeah,
Why? Why is this thing still on fire? We
yeah,
don't know, but it is. But that's wrestling. That's just how things works. So sometimes you got to let that happen. But WWE is too big of a conglomerate. Vince has gotten too big of an ego. Once he brought out WCW, it's a wrap. It was a wrap because for about 15 to 20 years, we got what he wanted to put out. There was no competition. What it do, Loco? There was no competition, man. There was no competition because, and no matter what Impact did,
yeah,
good or bad, no matter what they did, there was no competition. Okay, and it's the same way even with AEW. There's no competition. Yeah, AEW is different. They're new. They're making noise, but it's still WWE, even with WWE going through what they're going through, and
Yeah.
there's still not really competition. They're just an alternative. It, it got to ego.
Yeah.
It got to ego, man. We always question, man. You know, when we looked at guys like CM Punk and and others, and why we didn't get to see them have more prominent roles, moving forward. Rey Mysterio, man. I honestly I feel like he could have had better world title runs. Like the first world title run was cool, but the way he kind of got slanted out of that second one for the WWE Championship, I thought that was kind of BS. Because you brought, but I understood, you were bringing, especially the fact that you brought back John Cena after he just lost the championship. Like it was Rey Mysterio. You was better off having Rey Mysterio hold on to it for a while and then have John Cena come back or whatever. Because what, I digress and all that. But my point is, it was ego, man. Vince owned wrestling. He did what he wanted to, and we watched it. No matter how much we liked what we liked or hated what we hated, we watched it. It is what it is, and we continue to watch it. But now, if there's a staleness, the staleness is when you had an NXT that was booming. You had a third brand that was already booming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you did nothing with it. You did nothing with it. You used a
Jealousy.
lot of those guys that you have now. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I was agreeing with you. I was saying jealousy because, bro, NXT was actually the hottest brand. Like people actually prefer NXT over Raw and SmackDown, and I think that's what it was because you started seeing Vince doing purposeful shit to hurt the brand, like calling up Gargano and Ciampa in the middle of a storyline, bringing up Karrion Kross as the world champion, having him get squashed by fucking Jeff Hardy, who was at the end of his WWE tenure. Little silly shit like that, which is like nobody really recovered from.
And that's the sad part. But when we look back at NXT and we look at how the people were coming up, the matches, just the way it was built, the feel of it is like it felt important. Like they made it takeovers felt important. Like just the lighting. You darken the crowd and you kind of like ominous light over the ring, and you let these just two competitors just go in there and do what they do.
Yeah.
And it felt like a big time fight. And this was your development brand. But they were doing the damn thing and you did nothing with it. And it was an accident for what happened when they got stuck in Saudi. That was it 18, 19, 16, whatever the year was.
Yeah.
That was accidental. That was accidental. Vince would have never did anything like that. Random, like, what, let's lose. No, man. And it was a great little thing. Like that little time period of that little invasion all the way up to that Survivor Series was like a really cool little thing, because it was like, yes, finally NXT is asserting themselves like, bro, we are here. We can bang. Like, man, we are not just no developmental. And you did nothing with it. And you continue to just push what you wanted to push. And yeah, we got some good champions and some good people out of it, but we got other people that was just, the entertainmently face of the company.
You know what I feel like? I feel like I feel like with NXT, I feel like they had a chance to. I feel like they had a chance to make amends on the original invasion angle. With the failed ECW, WCW thing, I feel like they really had a chance to really make up on that. And even if you remember, man, I thought it was a cool little shot at the end of that Smackdown where them guys got stuck over in Saudi. You had Triple H and all the NXT guys standing in the ring, and they was like, "We are in NXT." Like I thought
in the middle of a SmackDown ring, I
thought that was
cool.
So dope, yeah. And then, like you said, because even like the next couple of weeks, you start pushing the talents on Raw and SmackDown, and it's like, all right, cool. And then we're like, that just was a fail. But speaking of NXT, let's talk about two OGs from NXT. We got our WWE Women's Championship match. We got the G to the Sky, Io Sky versus our girl Asuka. Bro, they got a nice amount of time. This is a good match. The only thing that kind of annoyed me, we said this, did Charlotte Flair need to be anywhere in this match or get involved? We didn't want her to,
I
but
told
of
you
course,
she was. I told you she was. I said she gonna be involved because of what happened in the last match.
But let me ask you this: overall, man, our girl EO, she retained. What did you think of the match? Do you think it was the right move?
I'm not gonna lie. The whole little. I mean, I got the point of it, but I didn't like the way. I guess it felt. It felt a little botchy. The whole little ending.
Yeah,
The whole little sequence with the submission and trying to wiggle out of it, and being tired and all that. I got it. It was cool at one point, but then it like, okay, somebody, okay, get right. Either let go or do what you need to do. Come on. And I felt it kind of went a little bit too long. It had its moments, but Charlotte coming out. I mean, honestly, Charlotte didn't really do nothing. She was really just out there. Like she really, to be fair to Charlotte, and yeah, be fair,
right.
she really didn't do anything. She didn't actually. She went out there and she punched Bailey for trying to help EO, even though she didn't really. Bailey had already helped EO by putting her foot on the rope, and then Charlotte just punched Bailey. But outside of that, bang bang gang.
Right.
Other than that, she didn't really do much. But of course, it's a part of the story.
Yeah,
The whole championship dynamic that Charlotte was getting ready to pin Belair, but then I'm sorry, no, Asuka, but then Belair did what she did, then Belair lost to EO, and but we know why Belair's out. She's recovering, she's resting, she put in her time, she deserves some time off. So right now you got Asuka and Charlotte mixing it up with EO, giving her things to do. Guns up, baby, bang bang. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I want a rematch. I feel like
yeah.
they could do better in a rematch. I feel
Yeah,
like they
I
could
feel
do
like
really
something
good.
was missing. I don't know what it was. I feel like this wasn't complete for me though.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it was cool. I just and maybe because it wasn't the main event. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. That wouldn't. Yeah, no, that I don't know. It was just I liked it. I want a rematch as we got Santana coming down, getting ready to go up against who is it going up against? Big Bear, Big Dog. What is this? Iron Savage Bronson. Oh, I don't even know who the hell he is.
Mm. All right, man. Let me run through this real quick because we gotta get to your side of the show. We gotta get to AEW. Then we had Waller and Theory versus the Brutes. Waller and Theory ended up picking up the victory. You actually addressed this earlier. The team of Waller and Theory. It's got some legs, man. Now, how far they gonna go, don't know, but it's something for the time being.
Right. And I think that'd be good for them, kind of just doing something different and maybe creating something out of nothing.
And then, of course, man, the end of the night. So we supposed to have a contract signing with John Cena, AJ Styles, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa.
You're looking out, Leo. You're looking out, Leo. I thought that's what he was. I'm like, man, he looked familiar. I thought that's who he was.
Former Bear Country. Oh shit. Okay.
I thought I'm like, man, like ain't that big Bear Country? Like, but all right, he changed it up. My man on doing his own thing. He looked like he slimmed up a little bit too.
Hell yeah, because I think that was one of Hook's first defenses, wasn't
it? I think so. Yeah. No, what was the other guy? I think it was the other guy. I think he was with him, but I think it was the other guy. Oh, no, he might have fought both of them. He might have fought both. I don't remember, but
hey, my boy definitely
I
slimmed
knew
down,
they were
though.
a team though. I knew I saw him before. I knew they were a team.
And then, so then we had AJ Styles getting his ass beat backstage, man. And of course, John Cena was a little tardy to the party. He couldn't make it. And then we got that boy Jimmy Uso. He came out to the ring with Solo Sikoa. They talking they trash about to sign the contract. John Cena tried to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Got his ass mollywopped after he got his little offense off. And then, that was what it was, bro. I already know you got something to say about it. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Look, man, this whole Jimmy.
Talk to me.
All right, man. Look. All right, we're gonna talk about this and then we're gonna move to AEW. All right, man. Look, the whole Jimmy attitude thing, man. I was kind of hating on it for a minute. I'm kind of loving it now because I think he found his stride to be an arrogant asshole. I think he's found his stride to be an arrogant asshole because he's overconfident as hell. Like, dude, like you are not gonna be this way. Like, I can't wait for this is how upset that I am that he's not on the show as much because I can't wait for Roman to show up. And they gonna milk the hell out of it. And this is where WWE gets you because this is how they get you. So as Santana putting this boy down right now. He ain't playing around. My man wants some singles gold around his waist. All right, man. Bro. All right, bro.
Santana said he done with that tag team shit.
Damn, my man ain't even right. Am I right? My man didn't even take that headband off yet.
Hell no.
It's on there firm and tight. My man.
Yeah. My man said Boricua forever.
Uh-oh. Ortiz on the stage. Hold on. They about to fight. They about to do it out.
Come on, let's go. Big Mike Santana look like he ate Mike Santana.
He walked off. He just walked off. But I just the whole beating up AJ Styles, and first of all, when you threw him off the side of the grate, he didn't fall through the tables.
I know.
So Solo, and then for Solo to jump the way he jumped off, and then it's like, bruh, how the hell he ain't fucked up? How the hell he's standing up? How the hell he's standing up like this? Man, that man was standing there like ain't nothing happened to him. He was standing there like, bruh, he ain't hurt, he ain't feeling it, he ain't nothing. Like, come on, man. Solo ain't indestructible, man. Like, bro. It was like but I get it. It was wrestling. I don't want AJ Styles really hurt. I don't want Solo getting really hurt. But again, you could have did something. You could have put him through a table, but you could have did something different. But I don't know.
Stop playing my emotions. I ain't stupid.
Right, man. But I don't know, man. It's the whole. I mean, hey, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe Roman will like it. Maybe he'll talk about how he feel like Jay should have been more like Jimmy, and maybe should have been more like this. So I feel like there's a couple of ways they can go with this.
But I'm just confused. I'm confused, bro. Like I guess my thing is with Jimmy. Jimmy's confusing the shit out of me, and I'm gonna tell you this is why. And maybe you can help me understand this because Jimmy is the one that super kicked Roman in the first place. Jimmy is the first one to actually turn on him. Jimmy the one that started this whole shit. Then he tried to get Jay to fall in line. Jay fell in line, and then he turned on Jay. And then you went from like, oh, well, I turned on my brother because I didn't want my brother to be like Roman. But now you trying to be like Roman, and you back claiming the bloodline. Like
that's because his brother turned his back on him. Now look, I told you, man. We know why Jimmy did it. Okay, we know why he did it, man.
Refresh my memory.
His brother was going back. Jay was back on his main event, Jay Uso, man. He was back, and once they beat Roman Reigns and Solo, and they kind of they gave Roman that first little victory, and it was Jay that got the pin. That was like, man, that put him back on that fast track. And then once, it was like he got the opportunity to face Roman Reigns one-on-one. It's like, bruh, it was what happened to Jimmy the first time all over again. When you think about it. Okay, they beat Jimmy up, and then, Jimmy goes away for a while before he comes back and betrays Jimmy, before he betrays Jay. But when it happened with Jay, when Jimmy was hurt the first time, Jimmy was really out, but Jay was starting his main event Uso thing. He was becoming hot. We saw where that could go. Jimmy comes back. We saw what happened. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now it's like deja vu for Jimmy. It's deja vu for Jimmy, man. That's all that was. That's the story. It's deja vu, man. His bro is about to become main event Jay. He don't need me no more. He gonna be the big Oos. I'ma be the other twin. He gonna be the head of the table. He jealous, man. He wanted his brother to have it, man, because he feel like he should have it.
I feel you, but what does sucking the dick of the tribal chief get Jimmy?
It just keeps him relevant with the bloodline because he ain't got his brother. If he had his brother, it would have been cool, but he ain't got his brother. So he got to go suck it up to the bloodline, like like we family, we just go through it, man. We just family, man. We just do what we do, dogs. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. We already know what it was.
So basically, at this point, he's just doing it for clout.
Of course, man, to get good, man, so he can be a part of the pack, so he can have protection. Where Jay is out there on Raw doing it solo, dolo by himself, no help. Well, maybe Cody coming out to help, but he ain't really got no help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody targeting him. Everybody want to get at him. Everybody want to fight. As my dogs are barking because my family backing out. That's why I'm talking as they barking. But nah, man, that's just what that is, man. That needed to kind of happen tonight. Like everything that kind of happened needed to happen. So it furthers that, is Roman going to accept Jimmy back? But I'm pretty sure Jimmy's going to have to, say some things. He's going to have to, he's going to have to admit to some wrongs, and make sure Jimmy is nobody's bitch. Well, yeah, he is. He's Roman. That's why he acted the way he acted. But Roman ain't there. So he's acting with free reign. That's why I'm like, when Roman show up, you're going to see him act right. You know what I'm saying? When a dog get to acting crazy, and then all of a sudden you tell that dog shut up, and that dog, what that dog do? That dog sit down and we gonna see it. We gonna see.
You know what this reminded me of? Like now that Jimmy's acting out, that Roman ain't there. This reminded me of that one segment where it's like Jimmy and Jay in the ring, Paul and Solo, and I don't think Roman was in the ring, or maybe he was in the ring. But somebody said something like, yeah, Roman will like this. And I remember Jimmy like, I don't give a damn what Roman like. I'm the tribal chief. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, that was Jay.
Was that Jay? Oh, that was Jay, not Jimmy. Okay, well, never mind it.
That was Jay when he was arguing with Sammy.
Yeah. Damn, you got a good memory. See, my man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's recent. No, it's recent. It's recent. I'm gonna remember recently. It was a big moment. I mean, because it was a big moment, man. That's why it was a big moment. Oh man. All right, man. As we got the Elite getting ready to come out to face the Embassy for the Ring of Honor Trios Championships.
Yes, sir. Well, bro, look, we talked a lot about WWE. It's AEW time, man. Talk to the people. What we got going on?
Hold on.
My bad, man. I didn't mean to catch you off guard. Oh, we got a Wrestle Dream pay-per-view coming up. Yeah.
I wasn't ready yet. I thought you were going to talk a little bit more, but you into that pretty swiftly, sir. You into that pretty swiftly, but it's okay. It's okay. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. We all good. We talked about enough. We talked about something. Like I said, we'll talk more about the releases and stuff another day. But
no. Hey, bro, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Right, because we ain't done.
I'm about to say, I know I got to go in, but shit, if you want to, bro, hey, I don't mind, man, hanging out for a little bit, man, talk a little bit of releases. We get that in.
No, no, we good. We'll fade that out after the show. But yeah, no, Leo, AEW After Dark, man. Look, it's G.O.W, baby. But no, man. Right now, man.
You let me drink this by myself, man. Damn.
I didn't let you. I did not let you. That's for damn sure. You grown ass man. I did not. You 30.
Rephrase. You're being celibate until tomorrow.
That may be true. Going to the Tequila Fest. So yes, I'm it's gonna be enough of that there. But nah, man. AEW was cool. Rampage. I'm sorry. Rampage Grand Slam was okay. Had a couple of semi high profile matches. Definitely some title matches was on. Kind of just break this down real quick. You had Darby Allin and Sting versus Cage and Luchasaurus. Darby Allin and Sting picked up the victory. You had Orange Cassidy teaming up with Hook and Chris Statlander going up against Cool Hand and my boy Hard Nipples. Anna Jay. Yeah, there it is. Anna Jay. They was in a mixed trios match. The Orange Cassidy and them picked up the victory, of course. Then of course, man, we had Don Callis coming out talking his talk, basically, man, hyping up Takeshita, and then now the newest member, Sammy Guevara. Then Sammy, of course, comes out basically saying, "Man, there's something that he should have been did." Of course, now he's the heel guy no more. He no longer cares about proving anything to the people or getting on their good gracious. He's an asshole, truly now. Again, for the second and the third time. I'm ready for the swerve. Yeah, I'm ready for the swerve too. Also, what else happened? Oh, while that happened, Shorty walked home from work. Uh, Jericho came out. He got his butt kicked. Then Kenny Omega came out and for the save. And then of course we got another match for Wrestle Dream because now we're gonna get Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara and Takeshita. And I'm not mad about that. I wonder if it's going to be a third win in a row for Takeshita or is it going to be finally a loss? But man, these boys have been on the road, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I think this will be a really good tag team match. What are your thoughts on that before I move on, bro? Since we got a little bit of time, I don't want to rush too fast into it. What do you think about that, man?
All right, sorry, I was redoing the bottom, the ticker there. What is your question to me specifically?
The Jericho Omega team up against Sammy and Takeshita. What are your thoughts on how that's playing out?
Wow, I'm curious. I'm curious because nice move. Because
Right.
we started off with AEW with Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. It was the whole Battle of Canada, that whole thing, and you got Chris Jericho, the biggest known name in North American professional wrestling, going up against Kenny Omega, one of the greatest guys on the independents, right? And it was like, some would say Chris Jericho could be credited with, giving Kenny Omega the notoriety that he's gotten heading into AEW. And now we already see what that's like. Kenny Omega and Elite are like one of the staples of AEW, right? So we got that. Now to see them have their blood feud and then turn into a tag team partnership. Okay, cool. I'm down. And now what you do is not only are
Leo
you
got swerved. He's happy. Nah.
nah, hey,
Uh-oh.
do it, do it,
Uh-oh.
do it, do it,
Uh-oh.
do
Uh-oh. Nah.
it.
Ah, let's
Yeah.
go. Man, I swear to God, why the stupidest shit ever.
Bro, I'm telling you, only wrestling can make
Stupidest
two
shit
grown
ever.
men. Hey, only wrestling can make two grown
Oh,
men do the
shit,
scissors
man.
and do the Prince Nana dance, and
Hey,
it's okay.
look, being honest with myself, all right. Right now, as the embassy is taking a advantage. Oh, a sit down power bomb swing. Oh, Heyman Page interfered and broke up the count.
Bro,
Wow. Oh
Nana
man.
hitting that shit.
Hey man, Nana was hitting that boy. It's like soon swerve come. He's like, oh yeah, let's go. Swerve out.
Oh shit. Hey man, Swerve versus Heyman. Get the streets if they want, man. Run it back.
They about to tear through the elite.
Oh man.
They
Oh
man, they
shit.
mess around and win these. I'm actually. Oh no, they better not win it after that.
I'm telling you, man, you got the gates of agony. They ain't playing out here in these streets.
Man,
Hey, this oh
man.
this
Okay,
ain't a
yeah.
bad this ain't a bad little match.
No, it's not a bad little match. It got a little brutal. It's like Swerve came out. It's like it's like they upped up the ante of brutality a little bit.
My
Got a
only
little bit
thing
more
is
anger.
I like god damn. I I
Oh yeah,
like Brian
no, no,
Cage.
no.
I like Brian Cage in this group, but I really wish, man, they give my man a singles run. I'm tired of him being hoarded out to all these tag teams, bro.
I mean, look. At least he's doing something. All right,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the part of the problem. He wasn't doing much, so at least he's doing something. But it is what it is right now, man. But look, we're on picture in picture, man. We were talking about Omega, Jericho, not Chakesna. You damn it, you threw me off. I was gonna say Nana,
Sorry.
Takeshna and Sammy. You were finishing your thoughts on that and just what you thought
Oh,
about that.
absolutely, yeah. And then too, so dude, so this is to me, I feel like this is really good for Takeshita and Guevara to get them over, right? I mean, Takeshita's already over, Sammy's already over, but you need to really this needs to be a statement victory for these two as up and comers. My only thing is with Sammy Guevara, dude. I know what he can do in the ring. I know he's uber talented. But I'm gonna
Right.
be honest with you. I'm disconnected from him. Like, I don't know what it is lately. I do not care about anything Sammy's been involved in. And it's sad because I know he's really good. I just don't care. Takeshita, I'm still a huge fan of anything he's in, but Sammy, bro, it's just I don't know. Like to me, I've
And I think
really
that's because Sammy's been stale. Like like Sammy hasn't really done anything since the Four Pillars thing with MJF. Like that was
yeah,
like the most interesting
yeah,
thing that he was in. Like that we was like, all right, man, like this is good because it was who he's against. And he really wasn't doing much. He was just kind of around. And him and Garcia became a tag team, and that was kind of cool. But they really didn't do too much with that.
can I be honest? To me, I kind of got over Sammy. I want to say when him and Cody when they had that ladder match. Like
Yeah. No, yeah, no, damn, yeah, shit. Okay,
like
okay.
I feel like that was the
I feel
last
you.
thing that really stood out to me, and I feel like he kind of been in limbo ever since.
Like because that was like the last good thing he did, and then he didn't really do much, and then he kind of became the porn star champion after that.
Yeah,
That's why, because it was like
yeah,
he was like all over, but it was like again, Sammy had it was like but he was also like a 3-time TNT champion at that point.
yeah,
He had won the belt back like 3 times, where it was kind of like you wanted to see somebody else. So it seemed like it was just this Cody. Like Cody tried to do his thing with Sammy and really build him, and he did that, but they didn't. This is where maybe TK fell apart and really
yeah,
didn't like put too much behind it until he set him up to lose to Miro, and then he had something for Miro.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, I definitely agree with you, and think that this will be a good tag team match for both of them. And then yeah, well, can't actually Wrestle Dream. I can't wait to see it.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna put my life savings up to the side to make sure we can view
What?
this here and go on live for the people. God damn it,
What
on the
Snoop?
West Side compound.
Is it something in Snoop?
I don't know. My bad, bro. Hold on. Which one?
Is it something? If it's something in there in the ear.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Is that what you wanted? Yes, lady. I'm live. Go ahead and say something.
I'm
Talk
not.
to the people.
No.
What's
uh,
happening?
he says, I'm ready for AEW to be on Max if true next year.
Yeah,
I am too. Again, I need to hear how them pay-per-views gonna work out because TK, bro, I am not paying
yeah, man.
$50 for 12 pay-per-views, bro. You get, we'll be doing the G.O.W. No more live pay-per-views. We'll pick the 4 pay-per-views out the year. We'll stick to the 4 originals. That's how
Right,
it'll
right,
go.
right.
And yeah, we'll break it down because we are not doing. There ain't no way. Like we'll stick to 6. That's what it is. We'll do 3 apiece.
And
That's
and
that's
that's
about
my
more
thing.
than enough.
That's my thing. Like 6 to 8, cool. But when you talk about 12, it's like, bruh, I'm sorry. It's
Right.
like the WWE already do so much, and they even had to cut back. And then you already added, like I say, if you're not about to get rid of, if you're not gonna get rid of Rampage, you gonna still keep Collision, bruh. I'm not buying 12 AEW pay-per-views. I can't. I
And
can't do
I'm good.
it.
And I'm good. That's why I say those will be the 6 pay-per-views that we would watch. Like those would be the ones that we would it'll be the original 4 and the Forbidden Door, because we gotta watch Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
You just gotta that's Forbidden Door. Or even now Wrestle Dream, if that's becomes something different. So it may be like a 6 or 7, like it may be, but most definitely the originals.
And here's the thing: don't forget, you still got Battle of the Belts, you still got Fighter Fest, like, and
Right.
I
And those come on TV. So it's like, those are
yeah,
the TV shows. So it's like those are the things that he do. That's fine. That's cool. Damn, that was a wicked hair flip or
you
Hurricanrana
saw
from
that,
TK.
yeah.
Damn, that was wicked. All right, Paige, from the top. Super kick party. Nope, that didn't matter. Nope. Gotta double super kick him. But again, that's gonna be a lot. So I'm interested to see it, but again, I'm gonna need him to peacock that thing and just add it to the streaming set, and then we just get it because it's paid
Yeah.
for already, so we just get it.
Like you say, no, I wouldn't mind paying $20 a month, but if you
No, no,
think
no,
about
no, no. What? Well, peacock's like 15. Well, it'll probably be up to 20 soon. So yeah, you about right. Especially if
yeah,
you get it with the no commercials.
Yeah. Like no. HBO want to go that route, whatever, like that. That's cool. But if you're thinking, I'm about, like you say, man, like 50 for the pay per view. Good God.
Right, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Nah.
Because at least on Max, I would assume you're getting a full AEW library and an
Right,
ROH
right.
library.
It's 4 years now. They got enough product to put on there for a little mini library or whatever. And
Yeah.
again, of course, like you just put the pay-per-views. You keep your weekly TV show,
Yeah.
because TNT ain't, Warner ain't letting you go off TNT. They're gonna keep that. You still gonna have that on TV. That is what it is. And then you just do your pay-per-views on Max, like WWE do their pay-per-views on Peacock. All right, cool. Now that'll be the interesting to see what happens now that what's the name Endeavor not taking over, to see what happens when they really take over. How much longer do they stay on Peacock? What up, champ? Wonder if you was gonna show up.
LCJ.
Wonder if you got permission from mommy to stay up past your bedtime.
Already. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, right, hey man, it's G.O.W. After Dark, man. I told y'all, man, we with the people, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
He said Riddle will be smoking something somewhere else, yo. Well,
Hey,
yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, man, we're definitely ready to see that, man. Right now, as we got Heyman Page, we're gonna talk about this main event because right now they getting loose.
Yes, sir.
Heyman and them trying to look like they want to win. Oh, Deadeye on Cage. He's going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, but Cage get that shoulder up.
All right. It's 30 in these streets.
Hey man, we about to see Swerve still on the ramp. He's moving closer and closer to the ring. And he's gonna be a huge distraction to Page.
Joe says the LCJ is on it. I'll get Riddle on the right track, bro.
Oh, he's face to face with Page, but that was enough for Cage to give him that hellacious clothesline. Who better than Cage? Nobody. Take him up. Oh, nope. Roll up. 1, 2, 3. Oh! They won.
Hey, so it's about time. It's about time. It's about time to swerve when I drive. Hey, let's go.
Wow.
Brian Cage like Chris Benoit. Let's go.
We got new Ring of Honor tag trio champions.
Put some respect on my boy Brian Cage. Yeah.
I guess with the Elite, the Young Bucks are trios champion with Kenny for the AEW side. Now they're trios champion with Hangman on the Ring of Honor side.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I can see something. I can see something happening in that Wrestle Dream.
Oh yeah, facts. As we are at the 12 o'clock hour, baby. Yes, sir. What a Friday night, Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Midnight, late night shows. We got quite a few, actually a couple of, like I said, quite a few title matches.
All right, man. We got 4 hours of wrestling on a Friday night. You know what's crazy?
What's up?
This don't feel like it, like between SmackDown and this, it's been 4 hours, but it don't really feel like tonight really drug at all. Like I feel like tonight was a very steady night.
Yeah, because it was just it wasn't just a 3-hour show, just nothingness. I think each show kind of got to their point of what they wanted to do. The time of it was what it was, but it didn't feel stagnant. But there was some good stuff. There was just some stuff, and honestly, overall, if I had to rate the night, I would say it was a 3. I give it 3.2. I'll be generous because I thought Rampage really was really cool. As far as just the matches and what they did and what they presented, for the most part, SmackDown was okay. It was a few moments. It was the Street Profits moment. The whole Uso Jimmy, acting a fool. It was the little moments and things that happen. And of course, on Rampage, man, we were just getting set. We were getting set up for a Wrestle Dream that's going to happen next week. We had some good matches that went on, a couple of good matches that went on, and we just witnessed new Ring of Honor Trios champion. So, overall, both shows, I'll give it a 3.2. 4 hours of some decent wrestling.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Before we get out of here, though, I do want to talk to you real quick, man, about the recent releases that we had with WWE. So while we're doing that, I guess I should have been on my due diligence and actually pulled this up ahead of time. Let me see WWE releases.
But Leo says, man, after watching Mace and Mansoor Twitch stream last night, I wouldn't mind seeing them on AEW. They have really creative minds and are good at what they do. Not, I don't know if I want to see them. Not as Masu or whatever the hell they are.
My said, man.
Well, I want to see that. Joe says, man, he likes Stevie Richards' YouTube channel. Good content. What do you think of TK stopping his Max video or stopping his Mox video? Richard should sue. Leo says, I've never seen that guy's YouTube before. And Leo says, man, reach out Stevie Richards or finish his legal service for half price. That's a hell of a conversation they're having. But no, man, it was a decent show. It was a decent night of wrestling tonight. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It was cool. You know, block party for the Friday night, man. As you know, got some husband duty to do this weekend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with that being said, man, we will. Oh no, we wanted to talk about the releases. We're gonna talk about the releases real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, so, some of the releases were actually, people that got brought back, by Triple H when he first came into power. Of course, you got Top Dollar getting released, you got Emma getting released, you got
Tegan Knox. Oh,
Tegan Knox.
I hated that when I heard Final She got. I'm like, oh, so that's the reason why they didn't want to put her on with Becky Lynch because they were getting ready to release her ass. They probably
And the crazy part about it was Becky Lynch is actually one that requested to fight Tegan.
Right. Like, nah, Becky, we're not gonna use her. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna put Natalya because she deserves it. She's been doing great. Natalya already had a championship opportunity against the World Heavyweight Championship not too long ago. She didn't need to fight Becky Lynch for the NXT Championship. It made sense that Becky wanted to come out and give it to somebody or fight somebody that had never won it, like, or someone new. And Tegan, I think, had never won it, and she's pretty much new. So it's like your opportunity for you to come out here and make a name for yourself.
Man. And then you remember when she was in NXT, she was supposed to get that big push. That's when she ended up tearing her knee up real bad.
And then came back and then tore the other one.
Yep. So you had that one, and then of course, we talk about Dolph Ziggler. He got released. Shelton Benjamin, he got released. Of course, my Mason Mansoor, they got released. Mustafa Ali, bro, to me, like it wasn't surprising, but it was because I was listening to Bully Ray and Mark Henry talk last night, and the thing is with Ali, it was crazy. It was kind of like that Bray Wyatt effect, to where no matter how many times they started and stopped, Ali always was able to find a way to create a different gimmick and get himself over. But they're like, as soon as you thought he was about to get past that glass ceiling, WWE, man, just threw some bullshit in his way. Like when he was on his rise after the whole Kofi Mania thing, where like he's about to go somewhere. They threw the whole hacker gimmick and the whole retribution gimmick, and nobody recovered from that shit. They're talking about Dijakovic specifically. It was like, bro, you had so many people in that group that retribution gimmick fucking killed. And then it was just like, well, Ali, it's like he can cut a promo.
Had an aces and ace feel to me, man. Like it was just too many people.
Yeah, and then with Ali, he can cut a promo. He was actually really good in the ring, but I feel like to me, and I don't want to say this, but I'm just gonna be realistic about it. You can't help but to think, man, his background kind of held him back a little bit because there was no other logical reason for me. What do you think the reason was? Because I feel like
man, they didn't see nothing in him, man.
Was that because
most of the time feeding him to all the other man? They did to him the same thing they did to Rey Mysterio after a while, man. You just when they have a hard time really being behind a small guy, and that's the thing that you have to look at, man. Mustafa Ali. In Vince's eyes, he's not believable enough. Bryan Danielson, by sheer style of how he operates, was barely enough to really get it, because I think he was so overwhelming. Kofi Mania was cool. LCJ Mania is lit. And yeah, when you wake up. Uh when when you think of Mustafa Ali, unfortunately, he's never gotten to that point. Now, could that gauntlet match that Kofi replaced him in because he was out with a concussion, could or
Mhm.
you know, out with a concussion, was he really out with a concussion? I wonder that. Uh because you have to ask yourself, man, I don't think he really looked at that man and thought that he would be viable as being a world champion or doing anything relevant.
Right,
And
right, right.
unfortunately, Vince views people like that. And it's not just people that don't look white. I mean, it's white people too. So it's not. It's more common when you can't say there's not a thing. You can't say it's not a thing, but I wouldn't totally say it was just based on his background because
No, 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 no.
there's quite a handful of people
I mean,
that
because even Dolph Ziggler, like I said, that one threw me through a loop. Like,
right.
damn,
So
bro,
it's
he
like,
gave you
bro,
18 years. Like,
like yeah,
shit.
but Dolph had a better success. Dolph is a Grand Slam champion. Like
True.
Dolph has succeeded. When you really think about it, Dolph has succeeded. Would we have liked to see him get better pushes? Yes, but he has succeeded.
Yeah.
Ali had a good run in the cruiserweight division, but once that got rid of, Vince really and really when you really think about it, once the cruiserweight division, once he got rid of the title, and you kind of saw what he did with the smaller wrestlers and how he kind of just treated them like punching bags for all the big guys that he wanted to promote. Like you think about all them big, tall Veer and all these other dudes that Vince been trying to bring in and try to promote as these new dominant stars. Man, it's what he did in the 80s and almost late 90s and early 90s that kind of made WWE stale when it was trying to transition. You and then he just throwing these little weak guys at him, but the weak guys he got are some of the guys we like, some of the most popular guys, and it's unfortunate. Mustafa Ali was just that for Bobby Lashley and whoever else he would piss off, and him going to NXT was a breath of fresh air because he was fighting against people that he can actually have a match with. He was at, even if they were a little bigger than him, he was still able to go down there and actually have a respectable match. I they just and there was no real plan. I think it was just pacifying, until they came up with a decision on what they really wanted to do, and that was we got the answer once the deal was done, and now it's like okay, let's take a look at this payroll, and Nick Khan, he doing what he do. He at it again, man. He at it again.
That God, hey, I'll tell you what, I can't be too mad at him because God damn it, as a businessman, let me tell you, that's somebody you want on your side. If you running a company, he has proven his worth times 10 and then some. Cause that man gonna save you money and bring you money. And like you say, man, it's business. But luckily for the guys and girls of this day and age, you got more than just WWE out there. You got Impact. You still got Ring of Honor. You got AEW. You actually have viable alternatives, and people are making more money now in the indies than ever before. So it's like it sucks that you got released because you never want to see somebody lose a job. But at the same time, it's not like once upon a time where WWE
Ooh,
was
I
the
want to
end
get to
all
that.
be all.
Leo says Mace commented on that. He said that was Vince Alfina. Wait a minute, Vince Alfina and the network didn't want it and killed. Oh, well, whatever. I don't think nobody cared about that at that moment in time. Not trying to sound rude, but all of the releases made sense. They all had multiple chances and just are part of the way it goes. Sucks. I think several of them will find new life. Whoa, what's this too cold is spitting. He pokes fun at the LCJ, then calls out the loserweight champ dude. Once the LCJ finishes with that franchise, too cold is on the menu next. Man, whatever, brother. I don't live in I'm not in my mom's basement. This is mine. Man, Vince will be in charge for another 20 years. Man, I hope not. I hope not, because then it's really gonna go bad. But but to Leo and the champs point earlier, man. Champ's not wrong, you know, they've had multiple chances, but again, because it's WWE, it's not. Again, it's about what are you now?
Yeah.
And Dolph just they never wanted to let Dolph be there. And at this point, it's like, bruh, you're at a point now also where he's at a point of being too old. You have guys that may be old like AJ Styles, where he might be, still valuable to maybe win a championship. But a guy like Dolph that's been consistently in this company for a long time, like a
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston, and guys that's been in the company for a long time. Sometimes the company will, even though you've had success, they'll look at you as just that guy. It's almost what they wanted to do with Chris Jericho. I'll put it
Mhm.
to you like that. If you think about why, if you remember why Chris Jericho said why he chose to go to AEW, is because of something exactly like this. And Jericho didn't want to be this. He wanted to show that he could still be valuable and still bring something, which he's still doing to this day. And he was able to have a good championship run, and he showed he could do it. I mean, if Vince is willing to let Goldberg come back, and we all know that how bad that was, and we shouldn't have happened, but you let him come back twice and be Universal Champion. I mean, bruh, what's good?
Yeah.
Leo says Tuco went from ringside commentator to being in next in line. Nah, I'm just talking trash. I'm gonna let the franchise do all the fighting. But nah, yeah, man. I mean, that's just what it is, man. But hey, some people are going to end up in Impact, AEW, New Japan, or wherever, or they may find something else to do. They may say F wrestling altogether and, find something else to do. But, bro, I think we talked enough. We gave the people about an hour, a little bit
Yeah.
over, not about an hour. We gave people over an hour. Uh, I know you got things to do in a few hours. Um, Good shit. Always love kicking it with the people, man, talking trash. It's GOW after dark, man. GOW after dark, baby. I don't know, man. We might have to put one more of these on one day, man. We have to, man. Just have to just talk with the people late night. But, man, any final thought? Any final words?
Man, nah. I
I'm not even
mean,
the one drinking.
nah. It's surprisingly, I'm a lot more tame than I thought I would be, man. I guess that's what happens when you get drunk. Six
No,
hours.
your rant on the money. When you went off,
Oh,
I think that was
yeah.
everything you had it in that was I
Yeah.
just sat back and shut up like, this is it. This is where he's about to let it loose. And you just let loose. So I think that's why you tame now, man. You put all of that into that, bro. That was again, man. That was beautiful, man. I enjoyed that, man.
I
So
appreciate it, man. I just felt it in my spirit, man.
but it was real. It was real.
Yeah,
You asked a real question and you brought up some real points, and you was just like, bruh, the math ain't mathing, bruh.
yeah.
Like, come on, man. How is this working? So, it is what it is, bro.
I'm about to say, man, shit. If they're not bringing in no money, I need to renegotiate my deal in my 9 to 5, man. Tell them, hey, man, hey, according to
Real,
Vince, man, I ain't getting compensated properly.
I need to talk to Dan. Yeah, well, no, I ain't gonna say all that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to get almost no, I ain't gonna say all that. But
Yeah.
no, man, but it's gonna be interesting to see what
Yes,
happens
sir.
moving forward, man. Regardless if Vince gets in trouble or not, regardless of the people that got released, what the
Yeah.
company's gonna do moving forward, what it's gonna look like, how it's gonna be presented, who's actually gonna be running it. We'll see. They're setting up for a lot of stuff coming up in the coming year, but what's gonna happen after the next year or so? Um, Other than that, man, Leo says let let me get a $20 raise and a budget cut 10 of my hours. Ah man, hey, that's how it's gonna work, Leo. That's how it's gonna work, man. But ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all, man, hanging out with us on this late night, man. As always, man, y'all, we always appreciate y'all. Anytime y'all hang out with us, we will see y'all Monday. I think we're gonna watch one of these crappy Raws and give it a true block party blessing. But other than that, bro, send us on out of here, man. Let the people know what it is.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of G.O.W. Friday Night Black Party G.O.W. After Dark Edition. As always, yours truly, the franchise. He's the king, and until we see you,
Bye-bye, bitch.